Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Charlotte Chong. I almost said Suhi Asman. He's covering the UMNO.
I don't look like him, do I?
No, thank God you don't. If you did, you had problems. But he's covering the UMNO general election, isn't he? And UMNO Assembly, sorry, Assembly. It's going to be an interesting thing
for the
to
next
watch.
few days as well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So watch out for our videos. But in the meantime, we are bringing you companies in the news. SP Setia Bhd, I stuttered a little bit on that, down about 1.57% to 313. And so what happened today was, bucking the trend, their Deputy President and CEO, Datuk Wong Tak Wai, he has massive cojones because he said, we are on track to reach our 4 billion sales, a lot of properties in the pipeline, 9.5B, oh 95B, I think he can run his own country already, 9.5B of unbilled sales. And so what happened today with them?
Now today, these are the country's biggest listed property player. They actually signed a few documents with several banks, CIMB Investment Bank, Malayan Banking Berhad, M Investment Bank. They are signing these documents. They are going to build a research institute, New Health and Research Institute, worth about 1.07 billion ringgit, which will be known as National Institute of Health on a 41-acre land in Shah. And as a return, the government will actually swap the land, a 52-acre site on Federal Hill for the development of a mixed residential project. Now, just now I Googled out where is Federal Hill. Do you know where Federal Hill is?
I do not know. I mean, my knowledge of KL geography beyond my house, which is Mid Valley, is a bit hard.
It's actually near Jalan Mahameru, and I think it's quite a quality land, because a lot of people are actually looking for more lands in KL itself, and people are, property developers, they are looking for lands outside KL because they can't afford lands in KL itself.
Let's talk about I scratch my back and you scratch yours, isn't it, essentially? So the fact is, they this in construction cost of this NIH, they call it one NIH, right? Because in this country you have to put one in front of everything. Is 1 billion, targeted to be complete by October 2017. Federal Hill, they call it Setia Federal, right? It'll be another one. Will be when? That will be around the same time.
They're going to launch the Federal Hill project in 2017, which is about 2 years.
So 2 years is a lot to change for property companies. Things may happen. Ponies may fly or something. But the fact is, I think we've been talking so much, and this needs to be reiterated. I think people can't afford homes anymore. And will that change in 2 years? Now the fact is, we're going to pay more for electricity. We're going to pay more for the roads. And Proton also said they might actually also increase their price of the car. Are we becoming a nation where we can't save? Can we even still afford in 2 years down the road? I mean,
I think eventually people would probably rent a house rather than putting all their investment in a house.
But how long can you do that?
Like other countries, like
Japan
countries
does.
in Germany, people actually, they don't buy houses, but they rent it from the government.
So yeah, just a quick one before we finish up. CFO Cho Kao-Yeo actually dismissed talks on the slowdown, said only 30% of his projects are from overseas. He says we still believe, although let's not forget that if you go to Australia now, apparently Sydney house prices are so bad that people are just abandoning their projects. There's a lot of ghost houses there. And as of October 27, how many projects has they had before we finish up?
As of October 31st, Group has about 27 ongoing projects, undeveloped land bank of 3,936 acres, and they have international reach, includes Vietnam, Australia, Singapore, China, and the UK. Now, when you look at the net profit actually up 153.4% to 261.8 million ringgit, revenue up 77.7% to 1.6 billion ringgit.
They're actually doing something right. Anyway, just to wrap it up for you, the fact is we're looking at SP Setia. They still say we're going to reach our 4 billion sales by hook or by crook. They also said that overseas is not going to affect them just as much because they only have 30%. Quickly moving on to Broker's Call, we're looking at Astro Malaysia Holdings Bhd, down 2.1% to 2 ringgit and 80. So we're looking at two research reports. One of them is Kenanga, one of them is UOB Hian. And we're talking about how I think Astro these days is doing more than just being a provider. They're reaching out. I recently attended an event where they brought with WWE Inc., which of course is a New York
How was the
store.
event yesterday?
He's a nice guy. I will give you that. Daniel Bryan, he's a big WWE star. They brought him. I think he and the WWE network got brought in. And, we all had dinner with him and we were talking about it, the fan meet and greet. I think it's good for goodwill. And definitely maybe it'll make people buy their ARPU more. Kenanga does have a maintained outperform call. They're a bit more bullish. Unchanged TP of 3 ringgit and 30, which is actually quite far off from where you have it right now.
Now, UOB actually maintained.
They said, let me just finish ARPU first. The fact is they said better subscription revenue was underpinned by better ARPU, which is average revenue per user, 99.3 versus 98.5 last year.
Now, UOB Kay Hian actually came out with a report saying that
they're more negative, aren't they?
Yeah, they're less optimistic. They maintain a hold rating with target price of 3.25. Then they cut FY16 to 18 forecast to factor in lower subscriber base and ARPU in line with management's guidance.
Actually, I think Kenanga is seeing it the other way because you're talking about new segments. The thing that they launched fairly recently was their Go Shop, which is home shopping business. I don't know about here, but QVC in the States makes a lot of money. And they do see that it's actually quite encouraging that you have new revenue streams. Now they have their online as well, their on-demand. I think in the case of Astro, because there's only so many houses you can penetrate, it's a case to constantly evolve, isn't it? It's a case to constantly evolve and change your way, although not everybody is probably happy about how they slice and dice some of their packages.
But have you bought anything from Go Shop before?
They have really good frying pan. I will give it to that. They have a really, really good frying pan on
Now,
that.
talking about home shopping sales, Astro actually has a target of 75 million in the first half of FY16. Now, coming back to ARPU again, management is still upbeat on ARPU outlook and believe Astro will actually achieve a blended ARPU of 101. Now it's about 99.5.
Well, actually, we talked about all of this and we didn't talk about the results that were actually yesterday. You saw top line was up, just a blip, 1.4B, right, compared to 1.3, but you saw 6.5% down on the bottom line. I think it's just tough for them. Like we said, saturated market, you're already penetrated. Now it's a case of giving stuff to your existing subscribers to make them want to pay more, whether it's on demand or the shopping network. And the thing about shopping is we still do shopping online, right? I mean, why not Astro Go? Would you buy something from there?
I wouldn't. I would go to Lazada, places like Lazada, but not really from Go Shop. But anyway, they say they are trying to convert their Enjoy viewers to pay TV. But I wonder how many people are still watching programs from TV.
I do.
I don't.
I do. They actually get them in the same time as the States. Why not? I watch it all the time. But anyway, we will go back and watch. The fact is, we're looking at Astro today for our brokers call. Two research houses, Kenanga Research has an outperform call, unchanged TP of 330. UOB Kay Hian definitely a bit more pessimistic at 325. It's going to be tough going for them. Let's just put it at that. And for that, that's all that we have for Market Matters today. Sorry if we went on a little bit long, but there's a lot to talk about today as well. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Charlotte Chong. If you want more on the news, there's theedgemarkets.com or there's a physical copy of the paper. It's almost the weekend, so you can almost pick up a new copy of the weekly. Good night, guys.